the election of alternates to the National Convention.
I nominate the Conservative Values alternates.
This time, bear with us while we fix some technical difficulties.
Okay, we're back. All right. The order of business before us is the election of alternate delegates to the national.
Order!
Please listen up. We have before us the executive committee slate. Actually, hold on. I'd like to ask the secretary if we have the results from the previous election. Okay, the results I'm informed are in.
The results are that the Conservative Value Slate received 99.42% of the vote. The other slate, the Executive Committee slate, receives 0.5% of the vote. Woohoo! The vote total is 96 Conservative Values against 4 for Executive Slate.
Man, what was the results again?
At this point, I would like to recognize that the slate of delegates that was nominated but failed to be elected, including Thad Volkman and others, failed to be elected, which will now automatically included as a nominated slate for the alternate delegates to the National Convention. So you will have that slate, and also I would like to accept nominations for any other.
Conservative Values alternate.
Point of information, the Executive Committee's delegate slate is now a candidate slate for alternates as well as the Executive Committee's alternate slate.
I understand that. Point of information taken, and I will repeat that. The point of information that the chair agrees with is not only is the slate of delegates that failed to be elected now a duly nominated slate automatically, but we will also accept the slate of alternate delegates that was put forth by the Executive Committee, including Brenda Jones, etc., and I will read those names. Hold on just a second.
Mr. Chairman, point of information. I'd like to pass off the certified ballots to you from the first election.
If you could deliver those to the secretary, that would be more appropriate. Okay, at this time, I did have a motion, and I'd like to hear that motion again.
I motion to nominate the Conservative Values alternate delegate slate.
Okay, I have a nomination that has been seconded for the slate of alternates listed on the Conservative Values slate for election of alternate delegates to the National Convention. That gives us a total of 3 slates already nominated. Yes. Actually, no. These being the chairman has ruled that these being delivered to me represents them being nominated from the executive committee, since they did meet and put these forward as their official executive committee slate. So at this point, we have 3 slates. One of them heard from the floor. I would like to see if anybody would like. Don't we have a speech that we can accept for these? I mean, or we would not defer to that. Okay, we have a slate which will be treated as one nominee. If there's anybody that's willing, we will take a 1-minute speech in support of that slate that was coming from the floor in accordance with the rules. Seeing none, we'll move forward. We have 3 slates in nomination at this point. I would like to shorten these for ease of voting. The Conservative Values slate should be referred to on your ballot as a capital A, and that would indicate your support for the following alternates: Julia Alba, Nathan Davis, Joanna Francisco, Glenn Sherwin, Aaron Dickinson, Jerry Essery Sr., Greg Hendricks, Todd Bingham, Sean Steen, John Kusowicz, Bobby Kessler, Tony Samony, Gail Johnson, Don Johnson, Destiny Engel, Richard Grimes, Andrew McDonald, Thomas Ryan, Laura Killian, Gina Brooks, Lori Petford, Catherine Chadwick, Lewis Anderson, Chelsea Kessler, Doug Landers. Seeing as the automatically nominated list here from the one that did not get elected, I will not read those names again into the record, but I will read the alternates put forward on the Executive Committee slate. Brenda Jones, Monty Bradford, Marjorie Brown, Jerry Buchanan, Clem Burdick, Tony Calvi, Heather Klein, Deborah Cook, Melinda Daughtry, Ken Fegans, Sharon Freeney, Larry Gallo, Matt Jackson, Maureen Kinney, Joe Lord, Kyle Lovelace, Dwayne McAnally, Evelyn McCoy, Rick Nagel, Toby Pedford, Bill Price, Kimberly Ritchie, Darren Rudy, Nate Webb, and Megan Winburn. At this point, I would like for the election to proceed according to the rules. You guys have your ballots. Please state your point of information.
Should we do something else so that they won't be confused since we did whatever number?
No, I think we should.
So that we can differentiate between
C, D, and E. No, continue with A for conservative values. B.
Okay. What about CV for conservative values
The point
and
of information is
EP
taken by
for?
the chair, and the opinion of the chair is that as long as the sequestered ballots over here are marked from the first election, it doesn't really make a difference. So I'd like to continue under the same theme that we've had here. A capital A representing the conservative value slate of alternates, and then we'll go with a capital B, which will also represent that first one that failed to get elected, so the same way, and then a C. I'm sorry? Could you restate your... Is there pizza back there? Is there more pizza back there available? Yes. Okay, we've got more pizza back in the back. But before you guys rush the pizza, let's get this election underway. And once you've cast your ballot, please feel free to grab some pizza.
Freedom first and pizza.
That's right.
To continue, the third slate nominated will be the alternates listed that I've read off to you here, starting with Brenda Jones.
Order!
They should be represented by a capital C if you support that slate. So you've got a capital A for the conservative value slate of alternates, as listed here, including Julie Albeth and others. A capital B for Thad Bulkman and others. And a capital C for Brenda Jones and others. So please see your county delegation leader or county chairman, if present, to get your ballot.
Gotta have each sheet.
And we will have a secretary at the election in a few moments.
Okay.